Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Anime Club.
It's been a while, my dudes. It's
For
been
us.
a while.
I'm Knick-Knack. With me is the Great Lord Horn.
Hello.
Realm Shifter.
Brain damage. I've got no brain cells to rub together.
And, Seki.
Did you ever?
That's fair. That's fair. I'll take that as I'll take that as karma.
I've been punished.
I'll take that as karma.
I was kind of going off the assumption that we all collectively shared one brain cell, and that only one of us could use it at a time.
Don't include me in your weird fetishistic
Oh, you're
crap.
definitely included.
How is this a fetishistic crap?
I don't know. The sharing of a brain cell sounds
Obviously,
sexy to
he
me.
does not have the brain cell. Not right now, at least.
We just pass around the brain cell like a hot potato. What?
To be fair, that's what the cast of Naruto does.
Yeah, that's true.
They have one singular brain cell for like 500 people.
Well,
Yeah,
this week we
yep.
watched Naruto episodes 12 through 45, and this episode is completely fucked.
I kind of did a fucky wucky, and I apologize to Vorn because I was not super clear, and he did not actually get the memo. So I broke... this was a long recording, right? Like, this was a lot of episodes. This was 34 episodes, but we had a long time to watch it, and so for Knick-Knack, I, broke it down into chunks that I thought were manageable, just in case he wanted to binge and not watch day by day, because I knew you were busy for some of this chunk. And I sent those chunks to Realm and Vorn, but those chunks started at episode 20 because I just presumed that you'd know to watch the end of Zabuza, and so Vorn didn't watch the end of Zabuza, but it's fine because it's not that important in the grand scheme of Naruto.
And Realm, who's already seen it, kind of podcasted the English dub a little bit.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, there's a lot of talking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talking
A
in this
lot.
section of 34.
Being fair, this is also an anime he's seen before, and it was a long section for a very busy man.
Yeah.
So, I think in this situation, we can all forgive our little fucky wuckies. I say as
Yeah.
I admit that I watched a lot of the fight scenes in the last, 4 or 5 episodes at 1.5 speed.
But at the same time, we did have 7 weeks to watch 34 episodes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know. Shit happens, but not that much shit. Anyways,
Yeah.
but, so we watched episodes 12 through 45, and I'd like to get your guys' opinions on Naruto thus far. So, Knick-Knack.
Do you really want my opinion here?
Yes, I do.
So, if you pay, for anyone who pays close attention to my Mal, all 0 people, Naruto is sitting at a 6 after the last submission. It is now sitting at a 5.
That is still better. Oh, I thought I was gonna say that's still better than a 5, but
There are just some things that, real big cracks in the series I noticed that, started really getting on my nerves this time. Not enough to drop it to a shit, but definitely to a lower end of a meh for me. Namely, in a lot of the pacing of everything, including the fight scenes.
This actually alternatively turned the other way around for me, at least as far as Naruto goes. I actually put this higher up on my list. This is now in an approved. It's still a bit of a lower approved, but I actually generally like this. I liked that we actually got more fight scenes, even if it was just a continuous string of them, as opposed to characters just mouthing off dialogue. I actually liked some of the fight scenes and everything like that were in this particular section.
Vorn?
From the words of Indiana Jones, snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
All of you seasoned Naruto lovers out there will understand that reference.
Well,
So-
and Indiana Jones watchers
Yeah.
well.
So, Vorn, is that a continued meh? Are you somehow raising to an approved, or are you going to a shit?
It's a slight approved. Mostly because some of the jokes for the ones I watched were actually still funny to me.
That is a net win for
God
Seki right there. That
damn.
goes
To be-
up 1 or 2 ranks.
To be fair, I think I've benefited from you not watching the end of the Zabuza arc because it was one fight for 7 episodes.
You're
So I think
lucky.
I've benefited from fucking up.
I feel like I got the worst deal out of all of us here.
To be fair, you chose to binge it with me in chunks
See,
at
but-
times.
That was more manageable. I think the longer the time stretched on, the more I got tired of
So
it.
that's your own fault. You took so long to finish it. I give Naruto an absolute approve for this part because we're going to get to the Chuunin exams, and the Chuunin exams is absolutely the best part of all of Naruto, including Shippuden and Boruto.
So
That's not even a hot take. It's just the truth.
Did anyone watch the OP enough to have any opinions on it? I definitely didn't.
Yes,
No.
and it changed.
I mean,
It did change. I watched it the first couple times.
It changed, but I didn't really have any changing opinions on it because other than the difference of basically it now showing off more of the cast and everything like that, it was really just kind of... It felt more like a slideshow than actually like anything extra, really, to me. It didn't really feel like it added too much compared to the first intro, honestly.
Well, I mean, I loved both intro songs at the very least. I'm actually a really big fan of all 9 of Naruto's OP songs. You would think that the Chuunin exams is where they would start using Fighting Dreamers, but it's not. So we didn't get to hear Fighting Dreamers, which is inarguably the best.
Is it bad that when I think of Fighting Dreamers, I don't associate it with Naruto? I just kind of associate it with Shonen in general, so I think more about One Piece than Naruto.
Kinda, yeah, because that definitely has never been an opening for any other show.
I'll say this, as far as the 2 Naruto OPs go, Akabe didn't like the first one, and the second one I'm ambivalent to, so an improvement, I guess. I like the ED, though.
Yeah, the ED was nice.
Also changes.
Yeah.
I really didn't care enough, so in the trash it goes!
I really did like both the OPs, but like I said, I do like all 9 of Naruto's OPs, and I do like several of the Shippuden ones as well, so that's not off course for me. There is no market animation improvement, obviously.
I don't know, we kind of entered a new season, and there kind of was once you hit the second season.
Well, we entered a new season on Netflix, but remember, when this originally came out, it wasn't releasing it's like One Piece, it releases year-round.
I do genuinely think there was an improvement, though, over time with the animation.
There was, but I don't think it was the improvement you see between, season 1, season 2. I think it was just, like, a genuine progression.
Yeah.
And one of the things about it is... getting into the Chuunin exams, especially the fights in the underground bunker and the fights in the forest are one of the most prolific early uses of 3D backgrounding with 2D characters. And the guy who did the episodes, the guy who did a lot of the episodes, including one that we're going to watch next time I submit Naruto, but a lot of the underground fights where there was 3D backgrounding moving with the 2D characters is actually one of the more popular Naruto producers and directors. The guy who did those is one of, like, the big 7 in terms of, like, all the people that have ever produced Naruto episodes. He does really amazing fight scenes, and the author himself said that after seeing the scenes in the Forest of Death, specifically, like fighting Orochimaru, when the backgrounding is moving around the characters in 3D, that actually inspired him to change his panel layouts, because after seeing that, he felt confined by the typical panel layout of shonen manga, and decided that he wanted to try to make his panels look more like the animation that he saw because he was so inspired by it. So there is an actual difference in the manga moving forward, too, from this point.
I think that looking at the animation from here, I do think there was an actual improvement there. There was a little bit more blending to the background going on, and I thought the fight scenes in general felt a little bit more dynamic. I just had issue with the pacing of the fight scenes overall, which was that's where my 1.5 times speed on the fight scenes came in, because now I can appreciate the animation without having to sit through like 3 minutes of dialogue about what exactly I just saw.
That's understandable.
I actually didn't know about the 3D animation when I first watched the show, so that's something I researched it a little bit as I was watching it again for this submission, because sometimes I don't always recognize when they're using 3D art, and you have to think this is really, really early in the 2000s that they're using this.
Yeah.
So honestly, any errors they make or any like weird distortions, I don't even care. It's like 2002. I don't give a shit.
I mean, it's of its time, but I do think that did positively benefit the fight scenes. Like, you remember during the first section, I was like, the fight scenes can go to hell. After you get out of the Zabuza art, though, I genuinely like them.
I cannot wait to talk about individual characters and fight scenes.
I just want to be sure. Dragon Ball Z came first.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay, so that means the trope of the recap, which takes about 5 minutes, came first.
Oh, okay.
Right?
That came long before Dragon Ball ever happened. Dragon Ball Z. That was in Dragon Ball. That was in Fist of the North Star. That has been in shonen for as long as shonen has been an anime genre.
Well, I'll at least say this. It was kind of a bit annoying because they weren't consistent with, like, the recap amount.
It was a little weird, and I think we can get into that a little bit more in the story section, because there's a specific example I want to bring up that something Seki told me makes me feel even worse about it.
Fuck you. We'll see you back.
Try harder, everyone. What the fuck,
No,
Seki?
no
Leave
smart
me
ass
alone.
intro. No smart ass intros this time or outros.